too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends. For I have given you here a third of mine own life, or that for which I live, who once again I tender to thy hands. All your vexations were but my trials of thy love, and thou hast strangely stood the test. Here afore heaven I ratify this my rich gift. Oh, Ferdinand, do not smile at me that I boast her of, for thou shalt find she will outstrip all praise and make it hope behind her.
I do believe it, against an oracle.
Then, as my gift, and thine own acquisition worthily purchased, take my daughter. But, if thou dost break her virgin knot, before all sanctimonious ceremonies may with full and holy rite be ministered, no sweet aspersions will the heavens let fall to make this contract grow. But barren hate, sour-eyed disdain, and discord shall bestrew the union of your bed with weeds so loathly that you shall hate it both. Therefore take heed, as Hymen's lamps shall light you.
As I hope for quiet days, their issue in long life, with such love as 'tis now, the murkiest den, the most opportune place, the strongest suggestion, our worst of genius hand shall never melt mine honor into lust, to take away the edge of that day's celebration when I shall think. Or bogus steeds are founded, or knife are chained below.
Fairly spoke. Then sit and talk with her. She is thine own. What? Ariel, my industrious servant Ariel.
What would my potent master? Here I am.
Thou and thy meaner fellows, your last service did worthily perform, and I must use you in such another trick. Go bring the rabble, or whom I give thee power, here to this place. Incite them to quick motion, for I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. It is my promise, and they expect it from me.
Presently?
Aye, with a twink.
Before you can say come and go, and breathe twice and cry so-so. Each one will be there with mop and moat. You love me, master, no?
Dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not approach till thou dost hear me call.
Well, I can see.
Look thou, be true. Do not give dalliance too much the rein. The strongest oaths are straw to the fire of the blood. Be more abstemious, or else good night your vow.
I warned you, sir. The white cold snow upon my virgin heart abates the ardor of my liver.
Well, now come, Ariel, bring a corollary rather than want a spirit appear and pertly. No tongue, all eyes, be silent.
Honor, riches, marriage, blessing, long continuance and increasing, hourly joys bestow upon you. Juno sings her blessings upon you. Earth's increase, boys in plenty, barns and garners never empty, vines and clustering bunches growing, plants with goodly birth and bowing. Spring come to you in the farthest, in the very end of harvest. Scarcity and one shall shun you, Sarah's blessings so long you.
This is a most majestic vision, and harmoniously charmingly. May I be so bold to think these spirits?
Spirits which by mine art I have from their confines called to enact my present fancies.
No, let me live here ever. So rare and wondered a father and wife makes this place paradise.
Sweet now, silence. Juno and Ceres whisper seriously. There's something else to do. Hush and be mute, or else our spell is marred.
You nymphs called naiads of wandering brook with your such crowns and ever harmless look. Leave your push channels and on this green land. Answer your summons, Juno does command. Come, tempered nymphs, and help to celebrate a contract of true love. Be not too late. You sunburnt sicklemen of August, were come hither from the furrow and be merry, make holiday. Your rye straw hats put on, and these fresh nymphs encounter every one in country funning.
I had forgot. Conspiracy of the beast Caliban and his confederates against my life. The very minute of their plot is almost come. Well done! Avoid! No more!
This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
never till this day saw I touched with anger so distempered.
You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit, shall dissolve, and like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a wrap behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness. My old brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire to my cell and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk to still my beating mind.
We wish your peace.
Come with the thought. I thank thee, Ariel. Come.
Thy thoughts I cleave to. What's thy pleasure?
Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Caliban.
I, my commander. When I presented Ceres, I thought to have told the other, but I feared lest I might anger thee.
Say again, where didst thou leave these varlets?
I told you, sir, they were red hot with drinking. So fun of valor that they smut the air for reason of their faces, beat the ground for reason of their feet, yet always bending towards their project. So I beat my tabor, at which, like unbacked colts, they pricked their ears, advanced their eyelids, lifted up their noses as they smelt music. So I charmed their ears, that calf-like they my lowing followed through, tooth briars, sharp furzies, pricky goss and thorns which entered their frail shins. At last I left them, in the filthy mantled pool beyond your cell. There, dancing up to the shins, and the foul lake overstruck their feet.
This was well done, my bird. Thy shape invisible, retain thou still. The trumpery in my cell, go bring it forth, for stale to catch these thieves.
I go.
A devil, a born devil, on whose nature nurture may never stick, on whom my pains humanely taken, all lost, quite lost. And as with age his body uglier grows, so his mind cankers. I'll plague them all, even to roaring. Come, hang them on this line.
Tread off, that the blind mole may not hear a footfall. We now are near his cell.
Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, has done little better than play the jack with us.
Monster, I do smell all horse piss, at which my nose is in great indignation.
Aye, and mine also. Do you hear, monster? If I should take displeasure against you, look, you...
Thou wert but a lost monster.
Good my lord, give me thy favor still. Be patient. The prize I'll bring thee to shall hoodwink this mischance. Therefore, speak softly. All's hushed as midnight yet.
Aye, but to lose our bottles in the pool.
There is not only disgrace and dishonor in that, but an infinite loss.
It's more to be than my wetting. But this is your harmless fairy monster.
Good my lord, be quiet. Seest thou here? This is the mouth of the sill. No noise. And enter. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever. And I, thy Caliban, for I thy footmaker.
Give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Oh, King Stephano, oh, Piero, worthy Stephano. Look what a wardrobe is here for thee.
Let it alone, thou fool, it is but trash.
Oh, ho, monster, we know it belongs to a frippery. Oh, King Stephano.
Trinculo, put off that gown. By this hand, I'll have that gown.
Thy grace will have it.
Dropsy travel! Honest fool! What do you mean to dope us on such luggage? Let it alone! To the murder first! Or if he awake, or towed to ground, he'll fill our skins with pinches, make us strange stuff!
Be you quiet, monster. Mistress Line, this is not my jerkin. Now is the jerkin under the line, now jerkin. You are like to lose your hair and prove a ball, jerkin.
We seal by line and level, ain't like your grace.
I thank thee for that wit. Here's a garment for it. What shall not go unrewarded while I am king of this country? Steel by line and level is an excellent pass of paint. Here's a garment for it.
Monster, come, put some lime upon your fingers, and away with the rest.
I shall have blood on it. We shall lose our time. It all be turned to barnacles or to apes with foreheads villainous low.
Monster, lay to your fingers, help to bear this away to where my hogshead of wine is. Or I'll turn my mercy out of doors and take you out of my kingdom. Go to carry this.
And this.
Aye, and maybe this.
Hey, Mountain, hey! Charge my goblins that they grind their joints with dry convulsions, shorten up their sinews with aged cramps, and more pinch-spotted make them than pard or catamountain.
Hark they roar!
They shall be hunted soundly. At this hour lies at my mercy all mine enemies. Shortly shall all my labors end. Thou shalt have the air of freedom. For a little follow and do me service. Now does my project gather to a head. My charms crack not. My spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage. How's the day?
On the 6th hour, at which time, my lord, you said our work should cease.
I did say so when first I raised the Tempest. Say, my spirit, how fares the queen and her followers?
Confined together, in the same fashion as you gave in charge, just as you left them, all prisoners, sir. In the lion grove which further runs your cell, they cannot budge your release. The queen, her sister and yours, abide all three distracted, and mourning over them, brimful of sorrow and dismay, the good old Lord Gonzalo. His tears run down his beard like vintage drops from ease of breeze. Your charm so strongly works them that if you beheld them now, your affection would be tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, sir, if I were king.
And mine shall. Though with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason against my theory do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. They being penitent, the sole drift of my purpose doth extend not a frown further. Go, release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break their senses, I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I go.
Ye elves, hills, brooks, standing lakes and groves, and ye that on the sands with printless foot do chase the ebbing Neptune and do fly him when he comes back. You demi-puppets that by moonlight do the green, sour ringlets make weak masters though ye be. I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous wind, and twixt the green sea and the azure bolt set roaring war. To the dread rattling thunder have I given fire, and rifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. The strong-based promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up the pine and cedar. Graves at my command have waked their sleepers, oped and let them forth by my so potent art. What this? Rough magic I here abjure. And when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do to work my charms upon their senses, that this airy spell is for, I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. best comforter to an unsettled fancy. Cool thy brains, now useless, boiled within thy skull. There stand, for you are spell-stopped. Holy Gonzalo, thou honorable man, my true preserver, and a loyal sir to her thou followest, I will pay thy graces home, both in word and deed. Most cruelly didst thou, Alonza, use me and my daughter. Thy brother was a furtherer in the act. Thou art pinched for it now, Sebastian. Flesh and blood. You, sister mine, that entertained ambition, expelled remorse and nature, whom, with Sebastian, whose inward pinches therefore are most strong, would here have killed your queen. I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Their understanding begins to swell, and the approaching tide will soon fill the reasonable shore which now lies foul and muddy. Yet not one of them that would look on me or know me. Ariel, fetch me the hat and rapier in my cell. I will discase me, and myself present as I was sometime Milan. Quickly, spirit, thou shalt ere long be free. That's my dainty Ariel. I shall miss thee. But yet thou shalt be free. So. To the queen's ship, invisible as thou art, there shalt thou find the mariners asleep under the hatches. The master and the boatswain being awakened, force them to this place. And presently, I prithee.
I go, or else your pulse beat twice.
Oh, torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabits here. Some heavenly power guide us out of this fearful country.
Behold, O queen, the wronged Duke of Milan, Prospero. For more assurance that a living prince does now speak to thee, I embrace thy body, and to thee and thy company I bid a hearty welcome.
Whether thou beest here or no, or some enchanted trifle to abuse me, whose lead I have been, I not know. Thy pulse beats of flesh and blood, and since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind amends, which I fear madness held me. This must crave, and if this be at all a most strange story, thy Duke to my resign, I do wish thou entreat thou pardon me my wrongs. But how should Prospero be living and be here?
First, noble friend, let me embrace thine age, whose honor cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be, or be not, I'll not swear.
You do yet taste some subtleties of the isle that will not let you believe things certain. Welcome, my friends all! But you, my brace of lords, were I so minded, I here would pluck her highness frown upon you and justify you greatly. At this time I will tell no tales. The devil speaks in him. No. For you, most wicked one, whom to call sister would even infect my mouth. I do forgive thy rankest fault, all of them, and require my dukedom of thee, which perforce I know thou must restore.
If thou beest Prospero, give us particulars of thy preservation. How thou hast met us here, who 3 hours since were left upon the shore, where I have lost a sharp pointing his remembrances. My dear son Ferdinand.
I am woe for it, ma'am.
Irreparable is a loss, and patience says it's past your care.
Well, I rather think you have not sought her help, of whose soft graces, for the like loss I have her sovereign aid, and rest myself content.
You the like loss.
As great to me, as late and sufferable to make the dear loss, have I means much weaker than you may call to comfort you, for I have lost my daughter.
Daughter. Oh, heavens, that they were living both in Naples, the king and queen there. That they were, which myself reminded in that dizzy bed where my son now lies. When did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest, I perceive these lords at this encounter do so much admire that they devour their senses and scarce think their eyes do offices of truth. Their words are natural breath. But, howsoever you have been justled from your senses, know for certain that I am Prospero, and that very duke which was thrust forth of Milan, who most strangely upon this isle where you were racked was landed, to be the lord on't. No more yet of this, for 'tis a chronicle of day by day, not a relation for a breakfast, nor befitting this first meeting. Welcome, queen. This cell's my court. Here have I few attendants and subjects, none abroad. Pray you, look in. My dukedom, since you have given me again, I will requite you with as good a thing. At least, bring forth a wonder to content ye, as much as me, my dukedom.
Sweet lord, you play me false.
No, my dearest, I would not for the world.
Yes, for a score of kingdoms you should wrangle, and I would call it fair play.
This prohibition of the island, one dear son shall I twice lose.
A most high miracle.
Though the seas threaten, they are merciful. I curse them without cause.
Now all the blessings of the glad mother compass thee about. But arise and say how thou camest here.
I wonder, how many goodly creatures are there here? How beauteous mankind is. How great a world it has of people in it.
'Tis new to thee.
What is this maid with whom thou wast at play? Your eldest acquaintance cannot be 3 hours. Is she the goddess who has severed us and brought us thus together?
Miss, she is mortal, but by immortal providence she is mine. I chose her when I could not ask my mother for her advice, or thought I had one. She is daughter to this famous Duke of Milan, of whom I so often have heard renown, but never before seen, whom I have received second life, and second father this lady makes him to me.
I am hers. But oh, how oddly it will sound that I must ask my child's forgiveness.
Please you, stop. Let us not burden our remembrance with the heaviness that's gone.
I have inly wept, or should have spoke ere this. You look down, you God, and on this couple drop of blessed crown. What is you that have chalked forth the way which brought us hither?
I say amen, Gonzalo.
Was Milan thrust from Milan? That his issue should become kings of Naples. Oh, rejoice beyond a common joy, and set it down with gold on lasting pillars. For in one voyage did Claribel, her husband, find a Tunis, and Ferdinand, her brother, found a wife where he himself was lost. Prospero, his dukedom, in a poor isle, and all of us ourselves when no man was his own.
Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow still embrace his heart, but both not wish you joy.
Was well done.
Bravely, my diligence, thou shalt be free.
This is as strange a maze as e'er men trod. There is more in this business than nature was ever conduct of. Some oracle must rectify our knowledge.
Oh, my queen, do not invest your mind with beating on the strangeness of this business. At picked leisure, which shall be shortly single, I'll resolve you which to you shall seem probable of every these happened accidents, till which time be cheerful and think of each thing well. Come hither, spirit. Set Caliban and his companions free. Untie the spell. How fares my gracious queen? There are yet missing of your company some few odd lads that you remember not.
Every man ship for all the rest, and let no man take care for himself for all his but fortune. Coraggio, bully monster, coraggio.
These be true spies which I wear in my head. Here's a goodly sight.
Oh, Centibus, these be brave spirits indeed.
How fine my master is!
I'm afraid he will chastise me.
What things are these, my Lady Antonia? Will money buy them?
Very like. One of them is a plain fish and no doubt marketable.
Mark but the badges of these men, my lords, then say if they be true. This misshapen knave, his mother was a witch, and one so strong that could control the moon, make flows and ebbs, and deal in her command without her power. These three have robbed me, and this demi-devil, for he's a bastard one, did plot with them to take my life. Two of these fellows you must know and own. This thing of darkness, I acknowledge mine.
I shall be pinched to death!
Is not this Stefano a drunken butler?
He is drunk now. Where had he wine?
And Trinculo is reeling right. Where have they found this grand liquor that hath gilded them? How camest thou in this pickle?
I have been in such a pickle since I saw you last that I fear me will never out of my bones. I will not fear fly blow.
Why, how now, Stefano?
I'm not Stefano, I am but a crab.
You'd be king of the isle, Sirrah?
I would have been a sore one then.
This is as strange a thing as e'er I looked on.
He is as disproportioned in his manners as in his shape. Go, Sirrah, to my cell. Take with you your companions. As you look to have my pardon, trim it handsomely.
Aye, that I will. And I'll be wise hereafter and seek for grace. What a thrice double ass was I to take this drunkard for a god and worship this dull fool.
Go to! Away!
Hence, and restore your luggage where you found it.
Or stole it, rather.
Now, I invite your highness and your train to my poor cell, where you shall take your rest for this one night, which, part of it I'll waste with such discourse as I not doubt will make it go quick away. The story of my life, and the particular accidents that have gone by since I came to this isle. And in the morn I'll bring you to your ship, and so to Naples, where I have hoped to see the nuptial of these, our dear beloved solemnized. And thence retire me to my Milan, where every third thought shall be my grave.
I long to hear the story of your life, which must take the ear strangely.
I'll deliver all, and calm seas, auspicious gales, and sail so expeditious that shall catch your royal fleet far off. My Ariel, chick, that is thy charge. Then to the elements be free. Fare thou well. Please you, draw near. Now, my charms are all o'erthrown, and what strength I have's mine own, which is most faint. Now, 'tis true, I must be here, confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not, since I have my dukedom got, and pardon the deceiver, dwell in this fair island by your spell, but release me from my bands with the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours, my sails must fill, or else my project fails, which was to please. Now I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and my ending is despair, unless I be relieved by prayer, which pierces so that it assaults mercy itself and frees all faults. As you from crimes would pardoned be, let your indulgence set me free.
I'm sure I'll see you somewhere else this weekend. I
I'm not seeing her uniform, so I don't know what train's like. It smells so bad.
Oh, Jesus!
So how was it the second time?